Pop everybody, welcome to another video. And today I'm going to bring y'all another trade recap. I took three trades today. Took three trades, two losses, one win. I'm gonna tell y'all what I did right, what I did wrong. So yeah, coming into the day, as y'all can see, first of all, we inversed the daily opening gap. That's what this highlighted yellow box is, the opening gap. That was inverse. I'm initially bullish. Overall, in the high time frame, we are delivering bullish. Now, although it is choppy, we are still in bullish order flow. So I am bullish. I'm looking for longs. I want to see NQ take all-time highs, which is exactly what we just did. So coming into today, I'm really waiting. I recognize 930 had this very strong wick right here, and I was more so just waiting to see what type of reaction we get. Now, I did recognize that we had these relative equal lows here. We had a potential seek and destroy model day. You look at the 15-minute. You look at the 15-minute potential seeking to destroy. We took Asia high and low, London high, and previous New York high was taken. So from there, I was expecting a potential rebalance to London, just to kind of rebalance price to this initial price range, since London does lie, within around equilibrium of the range, a little bit beneath, a little bit above it, but around it. So I'm like, can we potentially see a short? We'll see. We do have resting equal lows beneath this, an untapped 5-minute. Let's see what we can do. So coming into market off of open, I did end up shorting coming out of this volume imbalance. Now, this trade should have been a winner. This should have been my winner done on the day. However, let me just show you the execution right quick. Look at this. I got stopped out to the tick. Literally to the tick, I got stopped out. And that was that. So I ended up missing out on this entire short move, which does suck. To this resting equal lows, that was my initial price target, but you let me learn the price stop was a little too tight. Price still was able to reverse from where my stop loss was, which is honestly my main lesson from today. This happened on my second trade as well. I think just me trying to have too tight of a stop loss has been kind of plaguing me recently. I need to open up my stop, be a little bit looser with this. So that's like the main thing. So yeah, that was the first trade I took. Stop was too tight. Got stopped out. Missed out on that. Oh well. Next trade I took, we got the change in the state. After we took this low, tapped the 5-minute SMT, inversion fair value gap, change in the state. Everything I like to see. Ended up taking this right here, and I got stopped out. Now let me see where I get stopped at. I believe I got stopped down here. My stop, I had trailed it just because I didn't like how choppy we were moving. I wanted to see some clean delivery at the macro. We were not getting that, so I did tighten my stop up. Now, my stop honestly should have probably been at this low. It should have been at this low, honestly, and I would have been perfectly fine with this trade. I would have never been stopped or anything. Yeah, this would have been a perfectly fine trade. This would have worked. My fault again. Stop too tight, which going into next week, I'm definitely going to focus on just having a looser stop and not really trying to focus on catching these super high risk reward trades. I was talking to my Discord group about that. Definitely gonna stop trying to do that. And yeah, so that's going to be the main focus going into next week, because that is honestly what plagued me today, having too tight of stop losses. So yeah, after that, I took another trade that ended up getting, where was it? I think it was low-key like here, which honestly I'm not even that happy of, but once we did inverse the order block, I took a long here. Not my exact entry model, so I did take this with much lower size, targeting the same thing right after news opened up. However, didn't get that. That was like damn near a break-even trade though, because once we got this expansion move right here, I ended up trailing my stops. That was a break-even, and then from here, I did end up taking one last trade. Once I actually, literally the second I got off call, which does suck because I feel like every time I'm on stream, I just can't catch no wins with y'all. But literally the second we got off stream, I did end up seeing this 2-minute inversion. And I was like, yo, this looks great. I'm going to take this 1-to-1. That's all I need. Get me back on the day. Actually, this trade made all my losses back from today and yesterday, which is very good. But yeah, A+ setup, SMT at the lows, respected consequent encroachment of the news wick. We also had tapped the change in the state again, and we had just tapped the daily opening gap. Everything I wanted to see from this model was presented. So I took this trade. The issue with this trade, I accidentally, I did something. Like, I didn't even recognize it until the trade was done and I looked at my P&L. I was in way too much size on this. Now, thankfully, it did work. I honestly dead serious and not even realize it, but I was in with way too much size. But it did work out though, so we are blessed. Thank God for that one. Won't let that happen again. But the trade did work though. A solid 1-to-1, very simple inversion, change in state. Or inversion, tap the change in state, tap the high time frame value gap, SMT at the wick low. Everything I needed to see. Perfect. So I ended up taking that to all-time highs, taking all off. And yeah, that was that though. Final trades on the day. I am up a pretty good amount on the day. And yeah, so I'll catch you on the next one. Thank you for watching. I don't really have anything else. My main lessons from today and yesterday was just to have looser stops. Stop trying to catch the entire move. Focus on what you're confident. You don't need the entire pot. You only need is a piece of the pot. Basis is all you need. So that's going to be my main focus going into next week as well. Definitely just being more patient, being more cautious, and mitigating my risk a lot better. So, but yeah, I'm going to catch you on the next one now. Have a blessed weekend. Have a blessed rest of your day. Thank you for watching. Peace out.